Good afternoon, everyone. I am Florence, the organizer, and welcome to our webinar dedicated to the automatic PET segmentation with ARTIVIEW. And our expert today is David Gibbon, our CEO and R&D manager. Please note that this session is recorded, and at any given time you can raise a hand or ask a question through the chat section or question section of your panel. And now I'm turning the presentation over to you, David.
Thank you, Florence, and welcome everybody to this webinar. So we are going to begin this webinar by a short presentation of AQUILAB. So AQUILAB is a French company which is based in France. And we develop and market advanced software solution to improve the quality in cancer treatment. First of all, quality assurance of medical device with our T-scan solution, which can do machine QA and imaging QA. Also improvement of medical expertise with ARTIVIEW software we will use during this webinar. We are also mainly involved in clinical trial with web-based platform, which is used to manage data and doing some RTQA. And also we are mainly present in education with a web-based platform to organize online workshops. So the presentation will be on ARTIVIEW PET segmentation. So it is part of our ARTIVIEW software, which is a plan preparation and evaluation software for radiotherapy treatment. In this software, we have all the tools to prepare the treatment. So we have tools for image fusion, for 3D contouring, and the module we will show you after for automatic PET segmentation. But we also have a lot of tools to do some plan comparison, plan summation, plan evaluation. That means we can import in the software any DICOM RT plan, RT dose to do this evaluation. And also a module which is mainly used in education, which is StrataCheck, to be able to compare contours done by different observers. So what about the PET segmentation module? So the PET segmentation is dedicated to do automatic PET segmentation, and this module has been based on different methods and calculation of a consensus. So what are the methods we have included for segmentation? So of course, the more traditional one, which is to take a percentage of the SUV max. With this percentage can be, of course, defined by the user. Then we have included a contrast-oriented algorithm, which has been developed by a team in Germany. And also another automatic method, which is a threshold-oriented algorithm. And we will see that for these both methods, we will need to have a calibration of the PET machine used to do the segmentation. And then we also integrate a more, maybe more innovative methods, which is a method based on possibility theory, and this method do not need any calibration of the machine. And that's maybe the most interested in this tool is we also integrate the consensus of all these methods, and this has been validated in a paper you find here, where in fact we calculate the consensus between all these methods, And to evaluate this, we use 4 clinical data sets, including different localization like thorax, breast, abdomen. Different pathology also were used to evaluate the accuracy and the reproducibility of the consensus. It has been done in comparison with pathology as the ground truth or CT as a ground truth surrogate in some cases. And this study has shown that combining these different PET segmentation by the use of the consensus algorithm offers robustness against the performance of each method. So that's the global scientific part of what is included. So now let's go to a short demo. So here you have a CT PET, head and neck CT PET. And so you see in the interface here we have the PET module. So as I was talking before, for some method we need to do a PET calibration. So to do this PET calibration, in fact we use Phantom, and this Phantom has different sphere with different volume, and we know the real value of each volume, and then the algorithm is going to adapt the contrast and the freeze-all method to be as close as possible as this volume. So if I go back to the segmentation, so I just have to go to automatic. So if I keep the basic segmentation, in fact, it will apply all the method. But maybe to show you, go to advanced. So in advanced, you can choose which contouring method you want to include in the segmentation. And here you see, for example, I cannot include the contrast-oriented and the adaptative freeze-all because I do not load any, I do not have any calibration for this PET CT. So I can have a look at which calibration I have. So you see here, for example, I have an image from Philips Medical System, but it's not the same PET CT, so the calibration was not automatically loaded, so I will use this one. So now I can select all my method. I can select my freeze-all. And then the only thing I have to do is to choose a region of interest to do the segmentation. So I will do, for example, that on a 3D region. Okay, so I say, okay, my volume is in this region, and just say calculate. So it will apply all the methods, and that's the result. So what do I have? I have each method. So this one is the first one is the adaptative freeze-all. This one is the contrast-oriented. This one is the possibility, and this one is the SUV. And then I can only keep for if I want the fusion vote, which is the combination of all these methods. So I have my contours here on all the slides. And of course, this PET is correlated to the CT. So then what I can do after is going back to the contouring module. And then if I want, I can then adapt and modify this contour on any slice, so on the sagittal, axial or coronal view, okay? And for this patient, I also have an MRI exam. So when the PET contouring is done, then I can load one of the MRI, for example. Okay, this MRI, I need to load a registration between the MRI and the CT. And then I have my MRI here. I'm going to adapt a little bit. Okay, and then here again, I can adapt if I want my GTV. Okay, so you see a very quick process to do the segmentation, and the possibility after that to adapt and modify this GTV with the different modality I can have for my patient. So that's for this short demo, and of course we remain at your entire disposal if you want to have a more complete demonstration of this tool, and if you have any question or any requests, so you can send an email to info@aquilab.com. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. So we had a couple of questions regarding your presentation. And the first one is, can we use the solution without doing calibration of the PET?
Yes, of course, but in that case, you will be restricted in the number of methods you can include in the consensus. Of course, you will not be able to use the method who require the calibration. Your microphone is mute, I think.
I'm sorry. The second question is, can we transfer PET contours on planning CT?
Yes. Here, for example, I was using a CT PET. So or we use the CT of the CT PET for the planning. So in that case, the contour is automatically linked to the CT. Or we have another CT, which will be the planning CT. So in that case, we will have to do a fusion between the planning CT and the CT of the PET, and the system will automatically transfer the contours to the planning CT.
Okay, thank you. And thank you for your questions. Thank you for attending as well.
Thank you very much, and have a nice day.
Have a nice day. Bye.